Hi everyone. Mhm. I see we have a little game here and we are having planters. There are no planters on these windows, but we can place them by clicking the window. But planters are to be placed on only half of the windows. Sometimes when we have parts represented as windows or apples or trees, it's quite easy. You just pick up half or half like this, and the task is done. But you also have to know how to do it when we do not have anything in front of you. If you need to figure out half of something, you need to know the total number of windows. There are 4 and 4, there are 8 windows. And you need to be able to divide the total number of windows into 2, right? In our case, 8 divided into 2 is 4. We are placing our planters on 4 random windows, right? They're not sticking to lines or columns. We know that in total we need to cover 4 windows with planters. Wow! All right. We have to plant flowers inside our planters, but we have to understand now we're talking only about number 4. 4 planters and only half of them need to be with flowers. The trick is you take the total number and you divide or split it into 2, right? 4 divided into 2 is, right, 2. We are planting flowers randomly into random 2 windows. All right. Now we are to work with fractions. We are to identify what fraction of the windows have flowers. We have keywords here, flowers and windows. Windows and flowers. Why is it important? Because fraction always has 2 parts. The upper part, that is called numerator, and the down part called denominator. Denominator is the total number of windows, that is 8, correct? And their numerator is their total amount of flowers. So their fraction we're after is 2 out of 8. We filled up 2 windows out of 8. It's our fraction 2/8. Fraction windows compared to flowers. Flowers go up, the total number of windows go down. Correct. Half of half is 1/4, which is the same as 2/8, or vice versa. 2/8 can be simplified by dividing both parts by the common divisor 2, 1 out of 4. We are to put planters on 1/4 of all windows available. We have to understand right now we are planting only the 4th part of all the windows. The visual representation helps us to identify 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we have to pick up only 1 out of 4. like this, for example, right? Or if we love looking at pictures horizontally, we can identify 4 rows and we can pick up 4 planters, like taking into consideration only 1 row. But not always we are having pictures in front of us, and we have to know how we actually do it in real life. In real life, we have to count the total amount of windows. We are counting by fours, 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. And we divide 16 by 4, and we got 4, which means we can plant our flowers in any 4 randomly picked windows. Does it make sense? Yes, we can occupy 1 full column, 1 full line, or random pickups of 4, because 16, the total amount divided by 4, the quarter will give us 4. All right, 2 more activities to go. Flowers and planters. We have 2 main characters, flowers and planters. We know we have only 4 planters today. At this very stage, only 4 planters have been placed on windows, and we have to fill up only half of them. Half means we split the total amount of planters available into half, which means we divide the total number of planters into 2, and we place randomly, right, 2 flowers. 2 flowers, 2 planters need to be filled up with flowers. All right. And now we are talking about fractions. Remember, fraction should have their denominator. The denominator sits down and it's the total amount of windows, and their numerator sits up is the total amount of flowers. We are counting by 4s, 4 times. So the denominator is 16, and the total amount of flowers, not the planters, but the flowers, is 2, right? We can simplify this fraction by using the strategy of dividing both parts of this fraction by factor that is a common divisor 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. 1/8. And they say that half of 1/4 is 1/8. Half of 1/4 is 1/8. The easy way to solve it, if you see it in your copybook without visual representation, it's to replace off by a multiplication sign. Then you multiply heads and tails and have a fraction division sign in between. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1, and 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. Or you can do it in steps as was explained before. Hopefully, you learned something today.